Hi, I'm Hina Khan and I specialize in deep space health management. Now, whether you're on Earth or on the Moon, staying fit is universally important. And there are three key areas which you should definitely be looking at while devising a health module for lunar living. And these three things include exercise, sleep, and nutrition. If you don't exercise your muscles, they begin to feel atrophy or they get weaker. And this is doubly true in space where astronauts are weightless. In fact, you might have seen in, the animated movie Wall-E, where residents of a space station get weaker because of living in a vacuum. And the lack of gravity pulling against an astronaut's muscles makes it easier for him to move, but it also means that the muscles don't have to work hard as they would on Earth. And this weakness of the muscles is one of the biggest fitness challenges that we have to face on the moon. To combat this problem, astronauts must exercise for at least 2 hours every day. The Resistance Exercise Device System, or RED, in the Moon Gym is part of three key exercise machines which are on board. Now, the RED simulates weightlifting and microgravity by using resistance-based weights in a workout. It helps with muscle and strength training, aerobic activity, and cardio training. A treadmill with vibration isolation system, or VIS, is a modified treadmill for microgravity, and it is designed to allow astronauts to run without vibrating, delicate microgravity science equipments or experiments that might be on in, say, adjacent labs. Similarly, we have what we call a cyclogenometer with a VIS, and it is a modified exercise cycle for microgravity. Now, many of the conditions caused by exposure to weightlessness are similar to those which result, on Earth from, say, aging. And exercise does help combat these situations to quite an extent. Now, with regards to sleep, astronauts need to get a minimum of 8 hours of sleep at night to stay alert and sharp in space, just like we do on Earth. And they have to strap up vertically in sleeping bags. Now, many astronauts complained about, seeing white spots and flashes whenever they close their eyes. And one very disconcerting effect of sleeping on the moon is the experience of plunging down 10 stories around the time when sleep overtakes them. However, there are conditions one has to bear with and get used to over time. Many astronauts find that they're not as hungry when they're on the moon, or that the food that they are eating is not as appetizing, or they're just too busy to eat when they're in space. And because of these reasons, most astronauts lose about 5% of their body weight during a typical 4 to 6 month stay at, say, a space station. And although this is not life-threatening, at these levels, it is vital to eat balanced meals, even though they are not hungry, the astronauts. But it's very important that they eat, and they eat high-calorie foods which are rich in proteins, vitamins, and calcium. Eating on the moon can be cumbersome due to the physiological changes which our bodies experience. And similarly, drinking liquids is another ballgame by itself, literally. Globules of liquids have to be taken in carefully and quickly. And it's very easy to forget, when we're on the moon that we're not hydrated as we're not sweating it out over there. But just as on Earth, the body needs liquids and it needs to be hydrated, similarly on the moon. And that's all from my side. I really hope this information was helpful. And if you have any more queries, please feel free to contact me.